presidential candidate sending money to local county parties was John McCain in 2008. Didn't work too well for him. But regardless of that, there's a couple things that I think it's important for us as a committee to talk about. And well, first and foremost is we really need to have a program set tonight so that when PostNet goes and prints their brochures, we have that in front of it. And this is kind of just a very general gist is what I was thinking. Yes?
Like I mentioned, we ought to have a greetings from the county chairman and the county.
Yeah, and that'll be fine. I'll be glad to write that. But in terms of the actual agenda of the evening, this is what we know. So Sheriff David Clark and our friend Kimberly Klasick, who was instrumental in getting Sheriff Clark to come, they will be having a meet and greet from 5:30 to 6:30 for associate members only. That event is free to associate members. So keep that in mind. The dinner, just for everybody knows, once again, if you are not an associate member, your ticket price is $60. If you are an associate member, your ticket price is $50. For in the spring, when we probably have another event, there'll be another $10 off. And so in one course of the year, you've already got half of your investment back of becoming an associate member. So that's just a lot of bang for your buck right there. But anyways, back to the program. And I'm open to any and all suggestions. I think at 6:30, I think we need to ask Senator Vince Dees if you would be willing to open us in prayer.
Yes,
to start the evening.
absolutely.
Then we will go ahead and have our meal, which will be catered, correct me if I'm wrong, Debbie, by the Greenbrier West culinary students. And remind me what the meal is going to be, Debbie? Debbie? Chicken and beef, 2 sides, mashed potatoes and green beans. Rolls and salad, and what was the first thing?
Tea and water.
Oh, tea and water, okay. I thought you said something totally weird. Oh, goodness. Well, that is good. And the dessert is, remind me what the desserts are? I come to dinners for desserts, and so that's important to me. That'll be great. Got a really good per person price on that, and I think it's a good opportunity for those kids. And I'm glad that we're supporting that. I'm really glad we're supporting that. Have our meal. Now the discussion I want to have. Last dinner we had, everybody and their brother spoke, and we didn't get out of there till 9:30. We can't have that.
Well, I have people to stand up would be acknowledging.
I think that would be probably the best way to handle it, because and I'm going to ask folks who come tonight, what are you all most interested in coming to hear? Sheriff David Clark and Kimberly Klasick, or all the candidates that you can, if they're going to be there anyways, and you can, if you want to ask them questions, you can take them aside. What do you all feel about that?
I vote the way you just said.
David Clark, Kim Klasick.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other comments about that from the committee? No, she and Sheriff Clark have actually really gotten involved with their organization, Red Renaissance, which is really about getting the Republican Party motivated, especially in those inner city communities where they desperately need it. Like Baltimore, and like where he's from, Milwaukee. So that'll be really exciting. Just a little tidbit that's interesting. A part of getting Sheriff Clark to come here is that he requires a 5-star hotel.
Do we have one? Oh.
Isn't it convenient that we have one? Isn't it convenient that we have one? He also requires to be picked up from that hotel in a black SUV.
I'll go good.
Sharon's job, and he requires to have cashews and peanuts as a pre-game snack. There you go. Regardless, it's gonna be a unique experience. He is coming for free,
No expenses or anything?
0 expenses.
He's a Democrat, right?
Used to be,
Okay.
used to be, until he got on the Trump train.
Okay.
Until he got on the Trump train.
So we're gonna use an individual, or we'll use the limousine service, which has a driver.
I think it makes, from what he is requesting, he requests an individual from within our party.
What kind of advantage for them?
Pardon?
Let me say it.
That's, no, we have to.
Limousine service has one.
We have to, which, there's some cost. There's some cost. We do have to pay for his room to bring him. That, but we're looking at,
Compare, I mean, he's not charging for the speaking,
right.
so just a little thing, I mean.
The other thing is an additional cost that we have not talked about. I know I'm jumping off subject. We do need to have 2 security guards. We need to have 2 security guards. One downstairs at the place and one for the upstairs. People are crazy.
It has to be, it has to be police officers, right?
Pardon?
It has to be police officers.
Either that or an off-duty police officer.
Oh, good, that's what I
Exactly.
mean, that's what I
I'm sorry,
mean,
yes.
I'll be, because they can carry guns.
I think that it would be good to, go ahead and ask Roger Baker, and see what he can do for us. I have not gotten a cost yet on that, but I will get that. Yes, Steve? Now, and he does have access to that, though. Well, I think that's a very fair point. But I know he has access to that.
He does have access to security, police officers.
Well, what I'll do is I'll take a couple quotes and I'll see what they can offer. And we'll probably have a phone conference meeting just to do a couple extra little things like that. But for now, let's just start with this. I think for our dinner, I think we would want security from the meet and greet, so a little bit before meet and greet, from 5 o'clock to the dinner ending. Let's be very generous. I'd like to get everybody out of there no later than 8:30.
Yeah.
No later than 8:30. But I do think we'll bringing security up until 9 o'clock. So 4 hours worth of security, 2 off-duty police officers.
Yeah.
Veronica, what do you think of, maybe Vince would be, what kind of a budget do you think on something like that?
Around $35 an hour.
Yeah, right, it's going
They're
right.
actually getting paid about $55 an hour now.
Off-duty
For
officers are about $50, $55 now.
I'd say let's go ahead and set a budget of $500 tonight on security.
I make the motion.
Danny moves, hold on, just discussion. Is there a second? John seconds. John just barely beat you. Steve, you got a comment?
You might find a good Republican donor that would make an in-kind donation. James Hilton in Monroe County might be one.
It's a good idea.
Vince probably knows a couple Republican state troopers that for the